Welcome to Masters at Wagtail. So, I have some important info on the Ruby Red. I haven't really gotten many comments about the rubber itself, so that tells me there's some people that don't intend to try it. For those who do and don't watch my video, they're going to find out the hard way, the very hard way. This is real serious stuff right here, and I don't think that Black Diamond did any extensive testing on what I'm about to explain to y'all. Okay, now the rubber is fantastic. It's great. You remember when I told you I was having troubles with the rubber leaving crap on the windows, right? Particularly in the corners. And part of it was due to the creasing. So after I got the creasing out, it was still leaving streaks on the very ends as if they were worn. I don't know if that makes sense. The rubber's brand new, but it's leaving streaks in the corner. You see? I'm gonna show you. Here's an example. All right. Now, my ends are dog-eared. I have no issues. The channel's not bent. It's possible. I'm not saying it's certain. It's possible this rubber is one of the most horrible rubbers to use in the cold weather. Medium and hard rubbers is not good in cold weather anyways. But I've never had an issue with using them in cold weather, except for this one. If this is the case. If this isn't the case, then this rubber that they claim is medium, like I told you, it feels more like a hard rubber. So this rubber actually doesn't allow me to have adequate pressure on the ends because it's so much of a stiff rubber. You would literally have to put your body weight on the pole as you're squeegeeing off the window in order to get a clean pull. Now that shouldn't be. Now when I cut the rubber down and I put it in my smaller channel, it's fine. Absolutely fine. So again, I had said in the beginning, a whole bunch of tradesmen who like reviews on new products they may be looking into, if they hadn't seen it, they're going to be lost. All right, so in the beginning, I said that I originally bought that for my 30-inch channel. Now, not many people work with a big boy squeegee. Not many. There's like a small percentage of window cleaners that use a big boy squeegee. And the rubber that they use in it, I'm sure it's not Ruby Red because it just came out. So if they did testing, they surely didn't test it in a large channel such as that, 30 and then some. Because Louis works with a 58 channel, or I don't know, one of them big bohemian size squeegees. Louis don't play around, man. I assure you, if that rubber was in a large channel like that, he would have trouble too. Anyone would. I assure you that. I've been cleaning windows long enough to know that after examining and using the rubber ever since I got it, I come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be able to use this in a large channel unless they redefine and fine-tune the rubber for it to be user-friendly in such a large channel. Now, the rubber's great. Don't get me wrong. I've told you that, and I'm going to continue to use it. I just can't continue to use it in my 30-inch channel, which is a shame. So now I have to go and get my Razor Red rubber because I've never had a problem with that rubber in my 30-inch channel. this is giving me problems. And it's not because of the creases. I just came to the conclusion it's probably more or less the cold weather and or the texture of the rubber is not adequate for such a large channel. So keep that in mind if you plan on ordering this ruby red rubber. Take it for what it's worth. Obviously, my reviews and what I say don't mean a lot to some people because I posted on Facebook and no one had anything to say about it, which tells me either they don't plan on trying out the rubber or they just don't care. One of the two, either less. I don't care. Like I said, I just share what I know, and it's up to y'all to take and do whatever with the information is what you want. I analyze stuff and I break it down and I give it to you plain cut and dry. At another of my jobs, I had to add something else. I'm gonna try and talk to y'all as best I can with this wind blowing. It is hawking up something fierce. All right, now I was gonna wait until we talk about the longevity of this rubber, but I don't think that's really necessary. I have my decision now. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but I'm going to get it as close as possible. All right, now you see that? You see, this is what I'm running into. That's a problem. And, that's a real problem. It's a shame because I haven't used it that long. It's not the worst as far as longevity is concerned, but as far as performance, I think this is like top of the line. I would say Royal Blue is better, but I haven't used it long enough to find out. I would have to use them both one week and then one the next week. Since I'm out of the Royal Blue and it's currently out of print, I'm not sure if they're making any more. I think that was a test run, if I'm not mistaken. But that longevity is not there. Longevity is not the worst with this, but it's not the best either. Now, besides that fraying on the very tippy top, the rest of the rubber still looks brand new. And I think with the texture of this rubber, you're going to always run into this problem. So you'll have to change it like every couple of days, 2 or 3 days. But that's okay because you know why? The rubber is cheap enough where it's not so bad. Not so bad. But it's not good either. Me personally, I don't want my ends looking like this when I'm cleaning windows because that little bit of fraying, let me see if I can get it close again. That little bit of fraying at the end is what you don't want. Those little hangnail pieces of rubber on the end will leave trail marks all over the glass. And that's what I'm struggling. In addition to being crappy in cold weather, and in addition to be crappy in your longer channels, it's safe to say that if you get this rubber, it's best to use it for anything under 18 or 20 inches. Anything beyond that, you're just playing Russian roulette with the window. But there's my review. Take it for what it's worth. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I still do. But you'll have to learn what I have learned. I have actually saved y'all time. If it doesn't matter to some of you, then you'll find out the hard way. It may matter to some of you, but some of you who may not care about what I have to share, and you'll just have to find out the hard way. I'm here to try and help others and save them time so they don't have to be detail oriented like I do and wonder why they tearing up glass all day long. And they know that it's not them. If you just ignore the fact and just don't pay attention to what I tell y'all and I'm just spitting BS, well, then I'm just spitting BS then. But that's it. Thanks for joining the Masters at Wagtail, and I'll see you in the next one. Macafrackalacka, peace, peace, peace. Stay tuned and tune in later for Rocking with M.A.W. Weekends. Bam!